The Road Traffic Management Corporation warns heads will roll. And the South African government says it's pleased with the outcomes of the Rio +20 Earth Summit. I'm Richard Brooks. The Road Traffic Management Corporation has warned heads will roll should it be found that the letter declaring the Putco bus involved in a fatal accident last week roadworthy had been tampered with. Media reports also suggest that the e-Natus system could have been tampered with to re-register the bus onto the system. The bus was involved in an accident in Gauteng last week, killing 19 people. According to the Sedibeng district municipality, the bus was tested 3 days before the accident and failed the test. However, Putco claims to have in its possession a letter from the Midvaal authorities declaring the bus roadworthy. The district municipality says it does not know where the bus was allegedly tested and declared roadworthy. RTMC's Ashraf Ismail.
If we do find something has been untoward, we will investigate further and deal with it decisively if it has been found that there has been any malpractice involved. e-Natus is an IT-related system, and of course there is a possibility that it could have been fiddled with.
Gauteng's local government and housing MEC, Humphrey Mmemezi, has described as lies reports that he signed off on a 3,600 rand car allowance for his daughter and 5 other Mogale City municipality employees. Media reports allege that he allegedly signed off on the allowance, even though he was warned it was against council travel policy. Reports say Humphrey Mmemezi's car allowance was backdated for 4 years, to a time when she and 3 others did not qualify for the perk. The other allowances were also backdated. At the time, Mmemezi was a human capital manager in the municipality. Mmemezi spoke to SABC News earlier today.
When I was the HR manager, I was working under the supervision and the authority of executive manager corporate services. And above that, you also have the chief financial officer. So as an ordinary manager, I didn't really have any authority. The report that approved the back pay of these officials, which include my daughter, was not signed by myself.
Zet Luzipo has retained his position of COSATU secretary in KZN. Luzipo was nominated unopposed for re-election at the COSATU elective conference underway in Pietermaritzburg. Other leaders who retain their positions are John Dlamini, the deputy chairperson, and Cynthia Joyce as provincial treasurer. The only position that will be contested is that of provincial chairperson. The incumbent, Basil Ele, will be challenged by Beauty Zebula of Sektau in the province. The conference is expected to end tomorrow with the announcement of election results. The South African government says it's pleased with the outcomes of the Rio +20 Earth Summit. This is despite many having criticized the summit for not making bold resolutions. Speaking in Pretoria, Environmental and Water Affairs Minister Edna Molewa said that although compromises were made, they were satisfied with the results.
The developed countries, for instance the EU, would have loved to have the Rio +20 concluding on a note that says this conference has agreed on these sustainable development goals. The fact that this has not been agreed upon, it's very natural that people would say our wishes have not been carried through.